This is the Pfaff machine. It says Pfaff on it right here. And there are 3 of those. And I'm going to show you how to thread those so that you can be ready to sew there. You can see there's a spool pin. They also pop down. So when you store them, pop them down so they don't break off. So we're going to drop our thread on there. And let's go ahead and wind a bobbin first. So your bobbin again has a case. It's very important you leave the case with the machine, but you put the bobbin in your drawer. Stays with the machine, stays in your drawer. If you have this, nobody else can sew. You must have this so that you can sew. Alright, so your bobbin looks like this. Gets wound on the top. We're going to go to the bobbin winder. And you can see I had to stick it between those little discs. You go from front around to back. You wrap a little bit of thread on this and then you put it on the bobbin winder. I'm going to set this down so I can do that. Okay, so I got a little thread on there. You can see in this bobbin there's a little hole right here. You can also see a little pin on this bobbin winder. You have to set this sucker down and then turn it until that pin meets the groove and it falls down just like that. Once you get there, you push this over. You got a little thread hanging right now, and that's okay. That'll tighten up in a minute. And then you have to loosen the hand wheel, which means you turn the little part towards you. That way it doesn't move the needle when you're sewing. You step on your foot controller. And this appears to be the one machine that the bobbin winder does not work. So what normally would happen is this would wind a whole bunch of thread until it's almost full. You might not want that much. You push that back. You tighten that back. And then you cut your thread. So that's how you do it on the ones that work. On this one, you don't wind a bobbin, you just sew. So that's how you wind the bobbin. With this one, we're going to go behind that round piece. Then you go down next to this silver thing. Then you go up, and this is your take-up lever. You have to get behind there and pull your thread all the way to the top. Then it goes down again behind some thread guides and through your needle. That's your presser foot. Sometimes you have to cut the thread again to make it work. I'm going to try that. Ta-da! There we go. And then you take your bobbin and you put it inside the bobbin case. There is a groove right here that you want the thread to come through into this groove and come out up here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Hang on. Can you see I went in here, came out here with my thread, and I just pulled it and it went. Then you look in here, you can see there's a little notch. This little bump lines up with that notch. So if you get it lined up just like that, then you have to push in until it snaps. The last thing you have to do is hold onto this thread with your hand. See how that is? And you're going to turn the hand wheel down here with your other hand. And when you do that, the needle's going to go down and up, and it's going to drag that thread right across the bobbin. Keep turning, and a loop will pop up. And now you are ready to sew because you wanted that thread to come up through the throat plate. You can close that. Put your machine back together. You're ready to sew. If you're sewing straight, you want it on E. Keep your stitch length about 2.5. And when you want to go backwards, hold this in while you're sewing, and you'll be good to go.